Okay, hello and welcome. We are just starting stage 8 of Veteran Maelstrom Arena. This is widely regarded as one of the easiest stages out there. Might be actually probably the second or third easiest stage, as long as you're not a vampire. That's right, because most of the stuff in here does fire damage. In general, it's all pretty easy. I think that you won't have any real issues getting through the first part of it. Some things to note here are the Firecaster. It's a mage that's going to spawn several times throughout the stage. He will sometimes do, I think people call it making pie, and basically he's going to raise his hands above his head, and a bunch of fire in the shape of a pie is going to start spinning, and that's going to shoot out random firebolts at you. Those firebolts do a lot of damage, and they increase in damage the longer it's going on. But thankfully, you have Crushing Shock on your bar, and that interrupts him. So that's as easy as it can be. Now, in this dungeon, at the end of each stage, or at the end of each round of this stage, there are 3 cisterns, or 3 pillars. For all of the mini bosses at the end of each round, one of those cistern is going to no longer be broken. It's going to be repaired. You need to go do damage to it in order to damage the mini boss. The mini boss will have a damage shield on him, and you can't hit him until you destroy the cistern. Alright, at that point there, the mini bosses really aren't too tough. I think you'll find them to be fairly easy, except for 1, 2, I think it's round 3's mini boss. He puts a slow on you, and he'll also chain you. And when he chains you, just make sure you roll dodge backwards because he's going to follow up with a heavy attack. But he puts a snare on you, so I don't find it to be much of an issue, but you might want to use the speed sigil. For the actual boss, all 3 of these cisterns are going to, or all 3 of these pillars are going to be repaired, and you have to damage them all. And after you destroy each one, the boss is going to start walking faster. That's a key thing to remember. So what I'll do is I'll put my dot and a heavy attack to force my pet to attack it, and Daedric Prey on one of them, and I will then run over to the next one, and I'll do light attack, crushing shocks, and I'll do that until my dot's over with. The reasoning for that is because I want them both to be destroyed hopefully about the same time, because then the boss will be on me by the time I get to the third one. So then I kill the third one, I immediately drop my ultimate and my dots and my pet and Daedric Prey, and I crushing shock, light attack the living heck out of that boss. And that's only going to last for like 5 seconds, and the boss is going to respawn or get up and have a damage shield again, and then the boss will have all 3 of those pillars are repaired, and you got to go rinse and repeat. The first 2 times are no big deal. On the 3rd time, the boss will, number 1, run chains. Actually, I think the boss will do chains throughout all of them. Which reminds me, if the boss chains you, the boss is going to then immediately follow up with a heavy attack swipe. Make sure you dodge roll it, because it does a lot of damage and then you got to break free. So if you get chained, immediately dodge roll backwards. After so many times, the boss is going to do a wall of fire. I think it's on the 3rd attempt, or 3rd time. And then the boss just becomes harder and harder and harder. So you want to kill the boss on the 3rd time or the 4th time. Don't dilly-dally too long. Make sure your ultimate's up every time you're ready to attack the boss. Or every time you've destroyed the 3 pillars, make sure your ultimate's up and ready to drop on the boss, and that you're about to hit the boss with everything you've got. It also doesn't hurt to use the power sigil right when you're about to hit the boss. That'll help out a lot. Or proc the power sigil, and then go destroy the last pillar. That way you can hit the boss heavily. Outside of that, this is just a bunch of trial and error. This whole stage is really easy once you get to know it, but until you get to know it, it's probably going to be tough. It's the nature of the game. It's just like doing a dungeon or a trial. Alright, good luck in here.